am. Hello, everybody on Grommet Live. Welcome back. It is Wednesday night, November 20th. We are just about a week away from Thanksgiving. I cannot believe it. This year is flying by, and I know I say that every year, but I do think this one in particular is going by even faster. And it might be all these Grommet Live shows we're doing because we're so knee deep in holiday thoughts already. So it feels like it's flying by, but I want to welcome everybody. You guys, thank you for being here. And you're probably wondering, it is Wednesday night, and where the heck is Greg Rollett? Where is Marcy's co-host? Well, he is coming. He is he coaches his son's baseball teams, which is so cool. And evidently there is a big storm in Florida, and they moved the baseball inside, and so everything took a little longer. So he is coming, and I'm hearing that there's a storm, several storms brewing around the country, because even a couple of our makers unfortunately weren't able to make it on tonight because their Wi-Fi went down because of the storm. So we are just going to have to work extra hard in the chat to make up for that. And I know they will appreciate that. And I just want to welcome everybody. You guys, if you are here live, chime in the chat. Let us know that you are here. Our producer, Jen, is keeping watch, and we'll be chatting back and forth with you quite a bit tonight. But that is where you will have a chance to double your chances of winning our big giveaway. When I say our big giveaway, our two big giveaways, because every night on Grommet Live, we do two product giveaways. Live tonight. We are going to announce them tonight. You have a couple different ways to win. Number one, you can enter to win right there using that QR code. You're just going to take your phone out, take a quick pic, and it's that easy. Now, if you wanted to double your chances of winning, all you have to do is inside the chat, say one word, and Jen, our producer, will record that and give you that second entry. And that word is giveaway. So definitely take advantage of that opportunity. There's no purchase necessary. There's no strings attached at all. It is just Grommet's way and the maker's way of saying thank you for being here. And thank you for supporting. Thank you for supporting their products, because that's what Grommet Live and live shopping in general is all about. It is taking makers, inventors, brands, and their products and really amplifying their message, amplifying what their products are all about to more and more people. And it's just so cool that just like that fast, you can be in front of people all over the world. And Greg and I will be telling the story tonight, but the fact that anyone could be telling their story about their product all over the world through live shopping. So that's what we're doing tonight, although most would tell you that it's a little more of infotainment on this show. We like to have a little bit of fun, but we do like to tell the stories of all the makers. And we do love the back and forth. We love when you guys ask questions either of us or of the makers. If you have a question about the product, or maybe it's a product that you've already used and you want to chime in on what your thoughts are on the product, that's even better. But don't be shy, because the more we get that chat going, the more people who are going to see this show. Because that's how the whole algorithm social media world works, is when people, we are broadcasting all over the place. We're Facebook, we are YouTube, we are LinkedIn, Instagram, you name it. And when the powers that be at any one of those channels sees that there's a lot going on inside the chat, they say, wow, something exciting is going on. Let's get this in front of more people. And that's what happens. And it's a beautiful thing. So we'd love for you to be a part of that. And I am seeing Luke's Toy Factory in the chat. And would you let me know if it is actually Luke who is in the chat? I would love to know that. I think it is. That word on the street is that Luke is joining us. And so I'm very excited about that, because I'm a huge fan of what you guys have created. I think it's really, really cool. So I'm excited to learn more from you. But do let us know in the chat if it's Luke, or is it Dad, or is it, we got a family business going on there, which is another thing I love. And last night we had a great show. Last night it was all about holiday hostess gifts. And we had a lot of fun on that show. So many good ideas, so many really, really affordable hostess gifts that you could grab a whole bunch of them, have them in the little gift closet. So anytime you're going to an event, you can just grab and go. So I loved that about that show. And you can definitely catch that on Grommet's YouTube channel or on Facebook. You can watch any of our past shows by just going to either one of those channels. So definitely do that when you can. And what else? Little more housekeeping, and then we are just going to dive right in, because we have a very special guest tonight too. I always love when we get to have our makers on live. That's so much fun for us to just kind of go back and forth with them, hear about what the journey has been like, let you guys ask them questions. And the maker that is going to be joining us tonight is a product of the week winner. This is a travel product. I'm going to keep you in a little bit of suspense, but let me tell you, this is another very affordable product that no traveler, at least I was going to say airplane traveler, but no, any kind of traveler should be without this. It's very, very useful, practical, functional, makes a great stocking stuffer. And we are going to have some time to talk about all of that at the end of the show. So definitely stay tuned for that. The 2 giveaways, we're going to do one halfway through. It'll be either Greg or I will pick our favorite of the show, and we will announce that live. And again, double your chances inside the chat. And then we're going to do a giveaway at the very end of the show that will be based on some kind of trivia, something we talked about tonight on the show. We're going to find out who was listening the most, the best. And whoever chimes in with the right answer first will win the second giveaway product. How about that? Sounds like a win-win to me. Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started. Now, last night at the end of the show, I said, come back tomorrow night because I have this one product that I wanted to put in last night's show because I happen to think this makes an amazing hostess gift, especially for Thanksgiving. So we still have a week to go. You can get this in time for Thanksgiving. If you are hosting, my gosh, you are going to want this. No matter how big or small your Thanksgiving dinner is going to be, this is a product that is going to help you so much. When I saw it come up on Grommet, I said, we have to get that product. Oh my gosh, I love it. And the product is by a company called Carving King. And you're going to know why in just a second. The gentleman that created it is Kenneth King. And I'm not sure whether Kenneth is in the chat or not. If you are, let me know so we can chit chat back and forth a little bit. But I really am a fan of Kevin because he is an inventor's inventor. And some of you already know that I'm an inventor myself. I have a line of products and have been in the inventing world for almost 15 years now. Crazy, crazy. But I saw him pitch his product to a panel of judges. And when I'm listening to him, it's just man after my own heart. It's just a problem that he's having in his own kitchen with his whole family. I think he's got 5 kids, if I remember correctly, and said, there's got to be a better way. And heck yeah, there's got to be a better way for what the problem that he solved. And he solved it so beautifully. I have no doubt he is. The reason he's probably not here, if he's not here, is he is so busy filling orders. It's ridiculous. Because let me show you the Carving King. And maybe some of you have heard of it. It is right here. Well, so I'm just going to hold it up once and then kind of explain it to you. It looks like a regular cutting board, right? It is so not a regular cutting board. The genius of this, I'm going to take the top. There's a sort of, this can just be a regular cutting board. I'm going to take that off to show you that the real magic of this board lies in this little reservoir right there and in the little spikes that you see right there. And then when I turn it around, I'm going to show you that there is a very clever drip drawer right here that comes out. So that is what is going to catch the drippings from your turkey when you're carving it. Who can relate to carving a turkey or cutting meat? Or how about watermelon? Anything that you cut that has a lot of juices that go all over your cutting board and spill over the edges and onto the floor. Now, I have a couple cutting boards. I have a big wood one that is usually the one for Thanksgiving or for Christmas. And it does have a bit of a dip down. So I do like that because it kind of, the juices will go a little bit in there, but definitely not enough of a dip down. And there is a bit of a reservoir around it, but again, like that. And so the juices are always overflowing no matter what. So I saw this and I thought, how brilliant is this? So this one does dip down as well. So you've got these spikes right here, which hold the turkey or the meat or whatever it is you're cutting, or the watermelon. You're going to, cut that in half and put it right here. So as you're cutting, it's not going anywhere. It's not wiggling back and forth. It's not sliding. So it's a safer way, number one, to slice and cut because you do have that secure hold with whatever it is you're cutting. But most of all of those juices are going straight into here and into the drawer. And then what's so cool is you can then take those juices from the drawer and pour them into, it's got a little spout right there that makes it easy to pour them into. Maybe you want to make gravy. Maybe you want to take those drippings and make gravy, or maybe you want to just boil them and reduce them a bit and then pour it on top again. You're not losing those amazing juices. So they're not going all over the floor and the kitchen counter. You're saving them inside here and then easily reusing them if you want to. So smart, so simple. Let's take a look at the video that shows it in action. Here we go, right here. So the watermelon, there's that drip tray, and it fills up, and then you pour it into a bowl for gravy, pour it right on top there. Just, really, really simple. But I mean, who can relate to that? Who can relate to the juices coming from the turkey and going everywhere? So I can imagine showing up at someone's house. And in my case, we are going to my dad's house. And so bringing this before the turkey is carved, what a treat for the host and hostess to know that, wow, it's going to be a much cleaner Thanksgiving than we have had in the past. So clever. And then it does come with a couple things I want to point out. Number one is just little details. He did such a great job. These feet, they're sort of silicone feet, so they're going to grip on that counter, because that was the thing. And actually, he pointed that out in his presentation, and I can relate to that. I also have a lot of those sort of plastic cutting boards, and when I'm cutting, the board kind of moves around. And so it's a mess and it's not safe and all of that. So this has such a grip on that countertop that it's going nowhere. And then you've got the spikes to make sure that whatever it is you're cutting isn't going where. So the whole experience is so much better. And then it comes with the inlaid cutting board. So you can use this for anything. And it just kind of sits right in there in the recess there. Or you can use it separately on the countertop, either way. And I have the gray, but it comes in a few different colors, which I will show you. Where are those colors? They're there. So it comes in the red, the blue, the green, and the gray. I think those are the only colors. I am partial. Actually, if I did it again, if I got another one, I would probably do the red. I really like the red. What do you guys think? What color? Let's see. I love the size of this as well. Yes, the size. It is. What size is it? I do know what size it is. It is 20 inches by 13 inches. So it's a nice, good size. And the inlaid cutting board is a great size for everyday stuff too. So really, really great. They have a 30-day money back guarantee. So if you're going to try it and not love it, send it back. I love a company that stands behind their products. And I guarantee you're going to love it because, first of all, it solves the problem in such a big, amazing way. But it's sturdy. It's really good quality. And let's see, let's go back and price wise, I'm trying to remember what it was. So it is with the Grommet discount. It's normally almost $70. You're getting it for $55. And the other thing it comes with that I don't have with me, I left it back in the kitchen, is right here. It comes with a thermometer. So it comes with that meat thermometer that coordinates with the cutting board. So you're getting that, you're getting the cutting board, you're getting the whole carving station. And so it's really like this drip-free system that you'll utilize anytime you're making any kind of meat. It could be a roast chicken. It could be Christmas time. What do we make? Gosh, help me. Prime rib. What am I thinking? I mean, great solution for that. And it is completely dripless. And then all the parts are dishwasher safe. So you just pop it in the dishwasher and you are done. That easy. Love the cleanup. And that part about capturing the juices, it made me realize how much I waste when I saw that. I thought, oh my gosh, it's like a whole new world with that. And hello, Monica is there. Oh my gosh, we've got Donna in the house. I'm so happy because Donna was one of our makers who was in a storm and had lost power. So I'm so happy that you're here. Yay. And she said, perfect timing. Yes. When I saw, and I'm sure the Grommet was very strategic about putting it on when they did. But when I saw that pop up just in time for Thanksgiving, my gosh, again, amazing gift. Hostess gift, Christmas gift, whatever, but also something that we all need in our kitchens. If you cook at all, we need a Carving King, it's called. My husband would gobble that up. No pun intended. Love that, Josie. I'm a girl who loves her puns. Let's see, Donna Marshall, welcome. So glad you're with us. Yes, Monica has been a big winner lately, and she is back with us again. Hello, hello. Okay, we are going to move on to product number 2. This one is so much fun. This is that little whimsical, magical little treat that you can give someone any time of year. But with Christmas coming, of course, that's on the mind for sure. This is a product that is called Flutterflies. And I'm curious because I had not heard of Flutterflies. It's a little bit of a mouthful for me, but I had not heard of this before I saw it on Grommet. And I thought it was so cute and so clever. And I do have a good friend who is such a big fan of the monarch butterflies. And I know the team at Flutterfly is as well, and they support the monarch. I want to get the right terminology for the actual organization that they support. It is the Monarch Butterfly Fund, and to help preserve monarch butterflies. So I love that. And of course, the product ties in so perfectly. But let me show you what it is. So here we have just a really, cute, colorful butterfly, very paper thin. And as you can see, there is a rubber band right here. Really, really simple design, but I'm going to show you a video to give you an idea of what it does and how it works. And here's one of them right here. So you're just winding it up with your finger about 30 to 40 times, and you'll start to feel it get tight. And then you can put it inside of anything. Right there, you're seeing it in the card. And then when the person opens it up, the butterflies flutter out. And it's just this fun, fun, fun surprise. And it's, as I said, whimsical and magical and just so cute. And you can do so many different things with it. Like they have the box, which there's an example of the box right there. And so you can put a whole bunch of them inside the box. And on Grommet, that's what they have, a whole kit. And it comes with actually 5 of the butterflies. And the butterflies come in all different colors. So I was showing you, and with the box, what happens, let me show you as the box is being opened. So see them all flying out. Like, can you imagine you're opening it thinking who knows what's inside, and then out come all of these fun magical butterflies. And so I love all the colors. So we've got the purple, we've got the blue, we've got a really pretty, kind of quintessential monarch butterfly, yellow, gold, and we've got green. I think those are the ones oh, no, there is one other one, but it's hidden inside something. Now, I think that we have Samantha, I hope, Samantha Jones in the house from Flutterfly. She's the one who taught me how to do this. Not that it's difficult. That's the fun of it, is it's really not that difficult to do. So again, you saw it in the video a little bit, but you're just with your finger doing this about 30 to 40 times and getting it. You'll feel it. It should wrap around itself about twice, at least twice. At first, I didn't do it enough. So I will say, make sure, but you don't want to overdo it. But you want it, again, to go around itself at least twice. Now, I'll show you where I put mine. Oh, there it goes flying. I put mine inside a book because I think that's kind of fun. If you were to gift someone a special book, I have a few books that are kind of like my go-to. In fact, this is one of them, my Dream Life Workbook. I love this. And so I gifted this a lot. And so I thought about that, like how fun to put the butterfly inside. And then when you open it up, it flies out. Love it, love it. So Samantha, I hope I did it right. Here we go. Wait for it. Did you see that? I did it right. But actually, it flies as far as 25 feet. And I believe it goes for about 3 to 5 seconds around the room, but as far as 25 feet. Mine got caught on my computer right here. But I think it's so clever and so fun. And the price you're seeing there, you're getting that, again, Grommet discount, 20% off. So when you grab that QR code, you're doing a couple things. Number one, you can grab the QR code without buying anything, just to say, wow, love that product, so clever. Give them a thumbs up. And that is what we call sort of a virtual high five that lets the maker know you think their product's cool. And that means a lot to our makers. And I know, because I am a maker, so I get it. And so definitely don't be shy with those. And you're getting something back, because when you use that QR code, you get a 20% discount on that product either now, down the road, or you don't have to use it at all, but you have it if you want it. So take advantage of that. Let our makers know what you think of their products. And keep in mind, the products we're showing tonight, these all launched this week on Grommet. So they're competing for product of the week winner. And so the product that launches with the most upvotes wins product of the week. And that's kind of a big deal around here. So we love when you guys help out with that. Looks amazing, says Wilson. And Monica says, such a fun gift to give. Yes, love it. Let's see. Donna says, I have limited service due to storm, but didn't want to miss out. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you made it. And I hope you're safe and warm. So again, so easy to use. The cube that you're getting, we started to talk about the price. So that's not just for a butterfly. So let's be clear on that. You're getting that box that I showed you. And I'm going to show you the box in action as well. I think we have that video. Do we, Jen? Did I take that down by accident? Let me grab it. I think I can get it real quickly here because it's fun to see how the box works. Here it is. So I slowed it down a little so you could get the feel for it. So the sides kind of fall away and then the butterflies just go crazy. But what's so cool about that is that you can have fun with the insides of the box as well. You can personalize those. You can write things. You can put pictures in or whatever. So you can make it a really fun, customized personal gift for whoever it is that you're giving it to. So you're getting that box and you're getting 5 of these assorted butterflies that come with it. Now, each box can hold up to 8. So you can purchase more separately if you want to, but it does come with the 5. I think the 5 is actually a good number for that box. The box, it's a cube, so it's 5 by 5. And I think you saw the different colors that it comes with, but I'm going to show you that again. So there you go. And I want to show you a fun idea is I saw that a lot of people are using the flutterflies to do gender reveals. And if you don't know what a gender reveal is, basically it is something I learned later on, but it's a big deal these days. And that is when you're getting ready to have a baby and you're pregnant and you want to tell either your spouse or maybe you want to tell the whole world what you're having if you know ahead of time. Now, I'm a little bit traditional where I did not want to know ahead of time. So I didn't know ahead of time. But if you were wanting to tell the world, you can either choose to do, so they have a gender reveal package where you can choose to do either pink or blue. And then that's how you could tell somebody. Okay, so I think it's so fun. And this was featured on The View on ABC and gosh, what else? I think it's been featured kind of all over the place. It's one of those products where I hadn't seen it, but I have a feeling now that I've seen it, I'm going to see it everywhere because I don't know how this hasn't taken off in such a big way. If it hasn't, I think it has. So anyway, I'm so glad we have it on Grommet because it is a really, really fun one. Okay, we are going to move on to product number 3. Let's see. Okay, and this is Donna, who I'm so happy is able to be here with us because Donna, I have not had your product very long, but we're going to hold on because we have my host with the most joining me. I just got word that he is logging in right now. So I'm going to read a couple of the chats while we're waiting for him because I'm sure he has a few things to say about Donna's product. Let's see here. I have some great videos of friends opening them. Oh, Josie. So she's given that butterflies to people before. Let's see what else. Such a fun gift to give. Love it. That looks amazing. We bought those flutter flyers and they work so well. Great for holiday cards. They really do. And I was just thinking, if I'm a kid, I would just like to play with these. I just like to wind them up and let them fly all over the house. I just think they're so fun and clever and well made and pretty colors. It just kind of put a smile on my face when I was practicing today because I was a little nervous that my flyers wouldn't flut. I don't know if I said that backwards. I don't know. Never mind. Pay no attention. Just finished flutter. Okay. Greg, are you coming on? Are we moving on? I'm going to get started and Greg can jump in when he gets on, but especially because I'm worried about losing Donna to the storm. So this next product was created by Donna Marshall. So Donna, thank you for braving the storm to be with us. And I have not had them that long, but I've had them long enough to be wearing them around the house. I'm in my office now wearing them now. And Neuro Socks, let me just show you. That's the best way to explain Neuro Socks. So here they are. These are those 5-toe, your toes are separated in the socks. Now, I don't know if any of you, there was a time when I was a teenager where 5-toe socks were kind of all the rage. It was more of a trend thing. And I had rainbow ones with the toes. And anyway, so this brought back some memories, but these are actually incredible socks for, in fact, Donna had a neuromuscular condition that can cause drop foot. It can cause paralysis in the lower extremities. So this was born out of something that she was dealing with, and she had heard that 5-toe socks can make a difference and started using them and was blown away at the difference that they made for her, because they can really help with things like balance, with stability, with endurance. Those are kind of the three big things that it does. But if you're someone that struggles with anything like bunions, which I may or may not have struggled with bunions in my life, plantar fasciitis, is it Achilles tendonitis? Am I saying that right? So these are designed to help with all of that. And there is something about having those toes separated that creates balance and stability, as I was saying, that you don't otherwise have. So this really has me thinking about my mom. You guys probably knew I was going to say that, but she is so unsteady on her feet. And beyond the 5-toe separation, I love the grip, because I've tried some different socks with her, and she has hardwood floors. I'm a wreck watching her walk around with socks on, because without that grip. And so this is a really nice, I want you to hopefully be able to see the bumpy grip. These are so ultra comfortable too. I mean, they really hug. There's something with the elasticity of them that they really do hug your foot so nicely and your toes so nicely. Like it's a sock I don't want to take off. That's how I feel. It just gives me a little bit of compression. Now, it is a cotton poly spandex blend. It is 30% cotton, I believe, and 16, wait a minute. Okay, I have the split wrong. I think it's 80 cotton, 16 polyester, and 4% spandex. Whatever the mix is, it is perfection, because it really does hug the foot so nicely. Now, you'll notice the heel back here. The heel goes up just a touch, and what that's designed for is to protect that Achilles heel. And that's really nice too. And I appreciate that. With sometimes the back of my shoe can really get my heel, and so it's just this added little protection and comfort that you're getting with that as well. So these are hard to explain until you put them on, because I was excited about them because they brought back memories and all of that. But now that I have them on and I've been walking around with them, I can feel such a difference. And if I don't have major issues with my feet, but I can, thinking of my mom and thinking of actually several people in my life, I can imagine what a difference that these would make. So they are machine washable also, but she does recommend a little, for longevity, that you wash them in cold water and then you air dry. The compression band on the bottom is great for neuropathy, and that is something my mom has, is neuropathy. So thank you for chiming in and letting us know that. So the compression band she's talking about on the bottom is for nerves and neuropathy. And I didn't realize how common that is. So many people as we age get neuropathy. And again, it's another one of those things where once you start hearing about it, you realize that it is a really big deal. So to have a pair of socks that can provide that comfort, but also can actively help you live a better life, actively help you have balance and stability and be safer and feel better. And we do have my lovely co-host in the house. Where is he? He's saying he's here. Do I need to let you in, Greg? I was going to say.
There we go.
Then you don't need me. Hi, welcome.
Hey, better late than never, but yeah, perfect timing,
We'll
because
take it.
I've been wearing these socks literally all day, so I'll do.
Have you?
One of these guys. So
I got mine on too.
Just had them been wearing them for baseball practice all day. So
aren't they comfortable?
Super comfortable. I've never worn toe socks before, so I'm a big fan. Love the color. Love like the traction. It's super cool. So I'm gonna let you keep rolling. I'll chime in as I can.
Speaking of the color, because I did want to show the different color options, because I like them all. The blue is what I have. I think you had green on. Is that right?
It's the black.
You did it
It's
black.
actually the black with the green. So they're actually black
Okay,
socks.
that was the green that I saw. Okay, so the
Yeah.
black with the green, then there's the navy with the green, and then the gray with the green.
Yeah.
And then it does come in 3 sizes. So it's small is going to be size 6 to 8, and then medium is 8.5 to 10.5, and then large is 11 to 13.
Yeah. And I'm wearing a large for reference. And I'm a shoe size 13 and they fit great. They're not too tight.
Okay.
So yeah, so the large fit perfect.
I don't know what I'm wearing. Do I? Oh, I'm wearing a medium. Oh, yeah. Well, let's see, because I love this size. I haven't tried a small, but I am a 7, but I do love this size. But maybe a small would even, I think I could do either one, actually, because this feels really, really good. Now, for some reason in my mind, I was thinking that you wear these just around the house without shoes, but you have yours on with shoes today.
So my Jen, my wife, her brother is he was the strength coach for the Mets for like the longest time, and he was like one of the first people that got into this whole barefoot like craze and like doing
Yes.
like and all like the Vibram shoes and like things like that. And he has sworn by these toe socks, and he's the one that's like, yes, he wears them everywhere, like every day, right? He just wears toe socks and he wears like toe shoes and like they're crazy. And I was talking to him about them and I'm like, do you wear them like under your sneakers? He's like, yes, all the time. And so I'm like, yeah, sure. I'll just like, but yes, you're absolutely right in that like all day, like during the day as I'm just moseying around the house, I'm working at home. Yeah, I just had them on. And then tonight when I went to practice, I'm like, let's just try it. Let's see how it goes. And it was awesome. I love them. And Donna even just chimed in and says, I wear them with shoes daily. So yeah. So
okay. I don't know why that didn't even dawn on me. I do Pilates. So I was doing them today on the Pilates reformer, and I loved it gave me a different level of control for sure. And I loved the grip when I was pushing off on the bar, and it really made a difference for me.
yeah.
Love them.
Well, and they're also Grommet people are loving them right now. So final day of launch week, 287 upvotes right now for Donna and the crew here. I believe, and I'm gonna refresh really quickly. I have my Grommet screen over here that they're in the #1 spot for launch week. So they're 2.5 hours away from product of the week. So Donna, Grommet shoppers are loving it, and I think it's a great. Everybody gets socks for Christmas, right? So why not get some Neuro socks for Christmas?
No kidding.
Yeah. So I know I know Donna's watching, so I'll just talk to you for a sec. To Donna I just was working with 2 big publishers today, putting together like stocking stuffer listicles of Grommet products, and you were in both of them because they were like looking at the socks, and so people love the socks. So great job with this product. I love it.
And they are a great stocking stuffer for adults, right?
Yeah.
Kids. Anybody. Yeah. Yes. Oh, I'm so happy for you, Donna. Congratulations, even though I know we're 2.5 hours away.
Hey, it's still early, right? Still early. But if you want to support Donna and the socks, go hit that QR code that's over here, and that'll take you over to Grommet. You can upvote their product, get that 20% discount that I'm sure Marcy's been telling you about all night long. Get that 20% discount. You can purchase them right now, which Donna would love for you to do. Or when you upvote it, it also saves it to your My Votes so that you can maybe come back to it, this weekend when payday hits or as the holidays are getting closer, whatever that is. So it does save them. And I see the QR code is going off like crazy right now. It says someone scan the QR code. So love that. And every upvote and every purchase helps Donna to go higher and higher and higher on the Grommet charts. So even more shoppers get exposed to their product. So love what you're doing, Donna. And yeah, great product.
Yeah. And I was just going to say one more thing about the 20%, because to me, this is, now that I've tried them, I'm kind of hooked on them. This is a product where you want probably more than one. And so if you do purchase multiples using that QR code to get the 20%, you're going to get 20% off of multiples. So that's it's a one-time use, but multiple pairs if you want to.
Definitely go do that. Well, Donna, thank you so much for being a part of Grommet Live. Glad I got to jump in right at the end there. Super fun, and check them out. I know I missed a little bit, but I think you're at the halfway point, right? Which means it's giveaway time.
It is giveaway time. Yep.
I love that. Yeah, graphics up on the screen. It is over here. I'm pointing kind of in the right direction, somewhere over here.
I've got it figured out.
Go hit that QR code. That's going to enter you to win the giveaway. And also make sure you jump into the chat. Let us know which of the products that Marcy has done an amazing job talking to you guys about. We got Neuro Socks. We got Flutter Flyers. You know, I was disappointed about Flutter Flyers because Jen and I have been working on this and we've been playing with it. And like, I had it like all ready to go. And there you saw it fly away. Like, I'm so sad that I missed them earlier because I was ready. I was so ready for Flutter Flyers.
That was a good one. I think yours might have flown better than mine did. I know I was a little nervous about it. I wanted to get it just right. I was
so nervous about it, but it wasn't going to go. And then I didn't even get to do it. So Flutter Flyers. And then also you did the dripless cutting board, 2-in-1 system. 3 great products to kick off the show. Which one is your favorite? Which one do you want to go home with? It's not a knock on any of the other products, but you know, sometimes there's one that you're just like, you know what? I really want to get those socks, or I really want that cutting board, or I really want Flutter Flyers. So Marcy, I'll turn it over to you. Which one do we want to kick off this midpoint of the show and do a nice little giveaway for?
I think I would love to give away the Neuro Socks because I think they're a really just a special, cool thing. A little nice gift for yourself because anybody, when you put these on, you're going to love them. It seems a little strange at first as you're putting a toe into, I had a little trouble getting my toes into each one actually, but I just love them. So let's do Neuro Socks. And I already have the first winner. And the first winner is Susanna Whalen. So Susanna, congratulations. And Jen, our producer, will reach out. She'll find out your size, what color you prefer, and get a pair of Neuro Socks out to you right away. Congrats.
I love that. Congratulations. And again, you can still win our second giveaway of the day. Just continue to enter the giveaway. Chime into the chat. I know I just saw somebody was like, I want all 3 of them, which is awesome. I said Monica said any of the 3, they are all so good. So yeah, and so still an opportunity to win. I'll be doing a giveaway at the end, but congratulations, and I hope that you enjoy your Neuro Socks. You'll have to tell Marcy and I what it felt like the first time that you put it on. Did you like them? And also give Donna some feedback. The makers always love hearing from you guys and your experience with the products. So great stuff. I love it. All right, let's kick off the second half of the show today. And I will say that this one is probably my children's favorite. They saw this come in the mail and they opened it and they're like, can we play with it? I'm like, no, we can't open it yet because it's a one-time use kind of thing. This is a really, really cool product. If you are looking for that really special something, whether it's a gift or a card, maybe you're going to put a gift card into this that you want to give to that person. Maybe you love them or maybe you hate them, which is the other reason you might get this for them. This is a really, really cool product. It is the Endless Meowie Christmas card. Oh my goodness. This thing. So a quick story. So James from our team, a lot of you guys know James. He's the one that he goes and scours everywhere to find these really cool products that we bring on to Grommet. And I didn't know he had talked to them and was trying to bring it on. And I'm like, no way. We're not doing like greeting cards. Like that's not really a Grommet thing. And he showed me the video that is on the site that's on the Grommet right now. So if you hit that QR code, you can watch that video. And our whole team was like, oh my God, we need this. Like we all need to have this like immediately. And so it turned from one of those like, oh, it's just a greeting card into holy crap. This is a really, really cool experience. And I think that the team has done an amazing job. The cool thing is it's Joker Greeting is the name of the company. They don't just have this card. If you go to their site, they have so many different cards, different varieties, all kinds of things. But obviously with Christmas coming up, we wanted to get the Meowie Christmas cats to you guys. So Marcy, I think you probably didn't know much about this one when it just showed up at your house. So honestly, tell us your first impressions and what does this thing do and why is it only a one-time use?
Well, and that is exactly true. Usually I see the product somewhere before it comes to the house. I've seen it on Grommet or something, but it just showed up and I actually thought it was a mistake because I'm thinking Grommet doesn't have greeting cards. Same thing. I thought the same thing. But as I got to learn about it, it is really pretty darn funny. And this was created by 2 guys who I think they're ones that are in a storm tonight. It is Travis and Nick Peterson. And they are having some fun with these. So I'm going to show you 2 different ways. We're just going to get right into it. So, basically it is sort of a prank kind of a card that you would be giving to someone. That's why Greg said you either love them or you hate them. And it reminds me of things like, the birthday candles that you keep blowing and the candle never goes out, that kind of a thing, but even way more fun. And so it is Meowie Christmas. So whether you're a cat lover or a cat hater, either way. But I left this on because I just wanted to show you, because if I take this off, it's going to activate it. And that's that whole one-time thing that Greg was talking about. So I'm going to show you that one too. But here it is, and you can hear it. So when you open it up, it says Meowie Christmas. And cute little song, right? But then I can close it and it goes away. And we've all seen those singing cards. Well, this one's a little different than that because I also have the one where I did activate it. I did take off the little thing, the little tag. So basically, you're going to write on the card, you're going to put it inside the envelope, and then when it's in the envelope, then you take the tag off. And so that's this one. And I'm almost, Greg, afraid to do this, but when I open it up and want to read, it's that same song, but guess what? The song never turns off. So I can close it, I can stomp on it, I can throw it across the room because it's going to drive you flipping bonkers. Bonkers. And so the person is just going to be like, especially if they're opening it you're out to dinner or something like that, I mean, drive you nuts. Right? So it goes, and I'm going to put it down here so you can hear me, but it goes for up to 3 hours before it will finally die. 3 hours. And so then someone is going to get very frustrated and they're going to want to rip it open to try to figure out how to stop it, including me. And now I'm going to try to rip it open if I can. When you rip it open, how do I rip it open? Oh, here we go. So when you rip it open because you want it to stop and you want to get to that battery, then all this annoying confetti flies out and makes a big giant mess all over your table or wherever you are.
And I think that's the worst part. There's like I'm a mess. Like I couldn't deal with the messes. So I'm just like, oh my gosh, if someone actually got me this, it would be the best gag of all time.
And between us, I'm not the hugest cat fan in the world. I'm such a dog person. So this is really driving me nuts. And now my desk is really pretty. Okay, what can I do with it? I'm going to put it in a drawer. So it's going to go for 3 hours. Unless I have a hammer.
What's crazy is I actually thought that once the glitter went, it would stop. It still doesn't stop.
Too. I thought it too.
Oh my goodness.
Maybe just not. There it is. There's the magic.
You're gonna have to like put that in the other room.
Going under the table.
So this is even right on the website. So Pam asked, why would anyone want that? And it's perfect for pranking friends, for family, for coworkers. Send it to the boss, send it to the mother-in-law, send it to the send it to the send it to a friend. There are some really, really cool, I think, uses of this and use cases of this. If you have that friend group or that group chat or whatever it is, and you want to send it to that, there is something cool about it. Yeah.
Perfect for that. Can you hear this as loud as I can?
And you know what's crazy is actually at only $8, this is a pretty good deal. Like I know just most greeting cards now, just at Target or wherever you go, you're going to spend $6, $7, $8 for a card. So $8, you get the music side, the glitter side. It's really cool. Someone says we can still hear it.
And what happens is it dies down. It kind of, you think the song's ending and you're home free.
It just comes right back.
It comes right back. So sorry, we're going to have background music for the rest of the show because I don't even know where it is now.
Well, this is a great one. Again, I think this is the perfect prank gift, gag gift for so many folks. Travis and Nick have done a great job with this product. And again, on their site, they have so many other cards like this that do all kinds of fun stuff. Joker Greeting is the business. They're out of California, Tustin, California. Great, great guys. I really, as much as I'm saying it's like an annoying product, that's a positive trait, right? Because that's the purpose of the product. And I think they nailed it from that regard of, man, I have a list of people in my head that I want to send this to.
Well, the more it's going, the more my list is building because I can think of several. Yes. Yeah, I love them, but I love them and hate them at the same time. I
Yeah.
can't decide.
It is perfect. Yeah, so it's a $10. Get it for $8 with your Grommet discount. Get it up on Grommet right now. Again, this is probably the perfect time to grab a couple of these, send it over. QR code's over there. It takes you right to the page on Grommet. Today is the last day of their Grommet launch. 45 upvotes and counting, so people are really liking this product. Go check them out, and thank you guys so much for being a part of Grommet Live today. And thanks, Marcy, for getting your desk dirty, because I don't know if I'd be able to finish the show tonight if my desk was looked like that.
Oh my God, I can't see my notes. I can't. Well, and note to us if we bring them back with another card or something else, we should have them on last.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Love it. All right, let's go. So that was the gag Christmas gift. But if you want a true Christmas gift, whether for a grandchild, one of your own kids, maybe a coworker, someone just has some younger kids, 3, 4, 5 years old. This next one, they've been a Grommet staple for a very long time, well before the new relaunch of Grommet. This is Luke's big box of trucks. I'm going to play with them in just a second, but I want to share, the box here. So this is really, really cool. What I loved about this is it's actually made out of 30% sawdust, which is really cool. There's no paint, there's no glue, nothing like that. They're made in the USA, no small parts. These are really, really cool trucks. And the cool thing about them as well is you kind of get to put them together and play with your kids and kind of mix and match them. And so I'm going to start pulling them out. But Luke's big box of trucks. And the other part that I love about this is that, whenever I would go to the store with my boys and they wanted trucks, well, you got to buy the dump truck, and you got to buy the recycling truck, and you got to buy the garbage truck, and you got to buy the tow truck, and you got to buy them, and you got to buy them all individually. Well, in the big box of trucks, in Luke's big box of trucks, you get all the trucks. And we've been playing with them here. Ashton's been playing with them, messing around. And so you get all of the different trucks. And so I'm going to pull out the cards that kind of explain this and break this one down for you. And so we have, the good old fire truck. What kid doesn't love the fire truck? You get to play with it. The ladder comes off. I'll show you guys how this works in just a second, but you get the fire truck. You've got the cargo truck, and this is really cool because it's got 3 little cargo compartments that you can put some stuff in. They come out of the truck. You get to place and put them back in, kind of like a puzzle. Of course, you got the recycling truck because we got to teach our kids about recycling to make this world a better place and make the earth go round. You've got what they're calling the tipper truck, right? So it's not quite a dump truck, but it actually tips over, which is awesome, right? So we got the tipper, and then finally we have the stake truck, right? So it's kind of like almost like a barn truck. And Luke's is jumping in, and all of the trucks are all interchangeable parts, which is also super fun. So I'm going to bring these guys out. I know when I was talking with Luke back and forth, they're like, get it on like a flat table to show it off. But unfortunately, my set isn't built that way. So I'm going to hold these up. So right here, we got the container truck. And as I mentioned, all of these pieces come out. So this is one of the little containers. The top pops off. I'm just going to drop it. So the top pops off so you can, fill it up, right? Obviously, it's a container. But also, this part comes off, right? So now we can take another piece from another truck. Let's say, we wanted... to take the recycling truck and put it on. Well, now I just turned it into a recycling truck, right? Let's say that maybe I want to take the recycling truck, right? So let's take this guy, right? So we can, again, mix and match all of these different parts. So I can put the recycling truck and I can add the container truck pieces to it, right? And so they're all interchangeable. They are really, really cool. But what my wife was talking about is there are so many of these that are just very plasticky. They're made in China. They are, all kinds of colors and dyes and just all the things that as parents, we don't necessarily want our kids playing with and putting in their mouth and doing all the things that they do. These are really, really cool. As I said, they were made 30% sawdust. They're made right here in the USA, interchangeable. And they also have a really cool, almost matte look to them. And so my wife and I, when we were talking about this one, we were we hide almost when our kids were a little younger, we hid all of their toys. They're all in bins. We didn't want any of them out there because they don't look great. They don't have a great aesthetic. These have a really, really cool look to them and a really fun matte look to them that we just really love. And my wife was like, man, I wish we had these when our kids were a little bit younger, because we would have been okay having these out and having people see them and, you know, touch them and play with them and kind of put them together. And so again, I think they've done a really, really good job here. And you know, you see the price on it. It's $100 at retail. Here at Grommet, you get the 20% discount, which brings it to $80, right? That's a huge discount. So you get $20 off. And again, you get all 5 trucks with that, right? So, you know, 5 trucks for $80. Again, go to the store, you know, down the street. You know, and you are going to spend a lot more than, you know, $25 a truck to get these. I bought them all, right? Like I have them all literally in bins below me. And so I love these trucks. And Luke's is chiming in again, because they are the 30%, you know, maple sawdust. It makes it very durable, and it does make them feel like wood. That's kind of probably a better comparison for it, but they are very sturdy. You know, they don't feel like cheap plastic. They are really nice. And so Marcy, I know you're getting to play around with them too, but yeah. I really like this. So they're not necessarily magnetic, which was one of the questions, and they jumped in and answered that. But there is a little bit of like wiggle room. So they're not like super tight and compact. You got to think like for a 3-year-old, right? Like they're just trying to piece things together. They're trying to play with shapes. They're trying to make sure, you know, does this shape go this way or this way? And so there's enough room for their little fingers to get in there for them to put together and learn about these shapes and learn how to put things together. And so, man, I love these things. And I'm trying to think of like other people in our like friend group or family group that have those like 3, 4, 5-year-old boys that would absolutely love this. And so, yeah, Marcy, would love to get kind of your thoughts on this one as well.
Gosh, I'm a huge fan of this, and my kids are now grown, but I do have a special needs son, and when he was young, that fine motor element was so important and so difficult for him. And to have had a set like this, that Greg pointed out the part about how there is a little wiggle room, and the kids aren't getting frustrated as they're building it, but yet they are. It's just enough to get their problem solving skills going at the same time, where they have to figure out what goes with what and where it fits, and works on that fine motor at the same time, but then also really encourages that creative play. So to me, it's that combo, and it is just the old school, really high quality. This is like a forever set. This is that heirloom, like you have it for your grandkids, you have it for your kids, and then your grandkids, and then you pass it on, because it's that incredible quality. It kind of reminds me of things like Lincoln Logs and Tinker Toys, just those, you know, just those mainstays, but this is even way higher quality, and it's that material that they've used, and also just the engineering of it. And I love the story behind it. It is a family business. I'm going to show you the father-son team right here. Luke is the gentleman on the left, and I think it's on your, I don't know, I get too confused with this, but he's the one with the dark hair. And so he is the genius behind the design. And then his dad is a plastics engineer specialist. So that they kind of came together and built this together, which I love. And then there's another family involved as well. And each one has their own role. So they're all doing it together, which is just so cool. But what they're doing really well, because they are getting all kinds of accolades and awards. They were top 20 best toy brands in the USA, and Learning Magazine, they got the the Teacher's Choice Award, which I thought that was wonderful to hear. So I'm so excited that it's being received so well, because I do miss those really great toys that do work on fine motor and creative and all of that, and that are quality, that are just old school. We do not have enough of that. We have too many buttons and cables and gadgets, and this is just good old-fashioned creative play fun. And so I think you guys have done such a good job. I want to show the box, because to me right away I thought, oh, how fun. A kid will have so much fun opening this on Christmas. And if you are a grandparent or an aunt or uncle, and to give this to a little guy or girl, I think would be such a treat, and it's something they will play with for so long. And it is like, it's a 3D puzzle, but it has the reward of a truck at the end, of building your own truck. I love it.
Yeah. And again, I think one of the cool things, you're supporting a made in USA business. Everything is assembled, packaged, and shipped right from Danbury, Connecticut, which I think is incredible, right? And then all of their suppliers are also American. And so again, you're supporting American businesses, American business owners. We love that, keeping everything here. And it's a small business, right? Like these guys are doing it because they genuinely love that. And, again, I think you share the story of Luke, and like, he just couldn't get enough of trucks and cars and trains and anything with wheels. And as you said, like we all want our kids to, learn these skills and learn the fine motor skills and learn puzzling. But if they can do it in something of like, again, I get the reward of, all right, I just made a truck. And then, like, look, they're going to be boys, right? I'm going to smash it and race it and, run around the corner, and like they get this reward for playing. And I think that is that's really, really cool. And again, big Grommet discount. $99.95 is the retail price. You guys get that 20% discount, which makes it $79.97. This is their final day during launch week. Already 128 upvotes. They are in the top 5 right now this week for product of the week. And your upvotes can help get them even higher, get this in front of even more families during the holiday season, which I know the team over there would love nothing more. They've been a Grommet supporter well before I got on board, and I'm just happy that we got them back and we got them up right in time for the holidays. So thank you guys so much for being a part of Grommet Live, for being a part of Grommet Launch Week. And I hope that you help a lot of children have an amazing Christmas, Hanukkah, holiday season. And a lot of them get to open it up during the holidays.
Well, I have to say I might get in trouble in my office building, just so you all know. Because I could still hear it. It's in the hallway. But I'm worried about all the other offices around me.
Oh my goodness. And I just saw, I think it was Josie. Was it Josie? And she's like, I just bought 2 of these.
Oh, I feel bad for your friends, whoever's getting those cards. Oh my God.
That's amazing. All right. Well, I'm going to let you do the honors and bring in our guests for the day. I know you do a ton in the travel space, going to the travel shows and all of these things. And this is a product of the week winner. They've really, really cool product. And yeah, I want to hear all about it. I want to hear about their story. But why don't you introduce the makers, bring them onto the show today, and let's end the show with a really fun conversation.
Well, and I'm so excited because Seth and I, Seth LaPierre, am I saying that right? I don't know why I'm blanking on that, but he and I have gotten to know each other over social media, basically, and kind of bonded on that we both do travel products. And when I discovered his product, I thought it was so clever because I do travel so much. I am on those airplanes constantly, and typically long distances because I kind of go across the country. And I need to work with my laptop, and my laptop's on the larger size, but I always want to have my beverage also and be hydrated and all that, but I'm scared to death I'm going to spill it onto my laptop. Well, he created this guy right here. It's called the Flyga, and I'm going to bring him in to explain it all to you himself. And this is the first time I think we're actually meeting. Am I right? We haven't met at, oh wait, let's see. Are you muted?
I'm muted.
Okay. There we go. You're back. Welcome, Seth. Thank you for being here.
How you doing? Thank you so much for having me. I'm excited. I know it's the first time we've actually spoken. It's been just on Instagram and messaging and everything. So appreciate it.
Yeah, no, and congratulations on Product of the Week winner. I knew you would.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're doing so great. It's so fun to see your success. It's been really, really cool.
Appreciate it.
Are you doing more? I know that I saw that you did a deal with Delta, and so that they're some kind of a collaboration. Tell us about that. How did that work?
Yeah.
Or what's going on with it?
So I originally invented this product for the promotional product industry. So we think of all those trade shows, swag items that you get at conferences, and you're like, oh, I don't want that junk. It's made from overseas and it's going to end up in the drawer. I wanted to create something that was really useful, solve the problem, and created a new way for brands and people to connect. And so I've been doing that, selling through distributors with, large corporate clients, Delta, American Airlines, United, Orlando Airport, and so forth. And so it's a really unique, kind of cool way to put a logo on the front of it. And then when they fly home from that trade show or conference, they're thanking your brand for solving that problem that you've had before, right? And so one of my friends called me today. He's like, I'm on the plane, I'm flying. I think it was Delta. People right next to me just spilt their drink. They put it on the seat, spilt it everywhere. He snapped a photo. He's like, I sent it to the link. He just bought one. So, just try to be a efficient, relevant, and purposeful travel company.
And so brilliant that you did this for promotion first, because yes, I mean, it's so true that the ones that they're typically giving away are just so boring and they end up in the trash and all that. But this, if you travel at all on airplanes, you've dealt with the dreaded spill. And this is so brilliant because it fits not only in the tray table in front of you, but it can also go in the window next to you. When you put the shade, you have to have the shade down, right?
Yeah, so you can two ways. You can either kind of hang it on the ledge of the window. I like to flip it upside down, put my coffee in there, and then shut the window shade on it. So if you're in first class, business class, or if you're just in the back, that way it's much more secure and it gives you your space to use the tray table if you're working on your computer, or if you just, like me, I'm entertaining 2 kids when I'm flying. My wife's sitting across the aisle, just kind of laughing at me. But yeah, no. So there's a bunch of different uses. This little clip right there, when you flip it upside down, that can go over some seat pockets. So you slip it over a seat pocket and you want the tray table down. So you can clip it like that as well. And then, Greg was talking a lot about sustainability, and this cutout right here, that actually, I when I was designing the product, I thought, like, I don't need a full ring there. So let me chop away and try to do some lightweighting of the product design. But that actually, I found out you can lean your phone up there because it's going to lean against the seat. And so now I got, utility through design, trying to be more sustainable in my design and how I approach this. And it created that whole new way to use the product as well. So I was super excited when I realized that one.
Well, and Seth, I was actually going to ask you about that the first time you sent them to me, because I thought, what is that for? I couldn't figure it out. And then I thought about the weight, but I thought, no, I thought there must be a purpose. And I think maybe there wasn't at that point, but now it's brilliant.
So, right so there. Good. And if you're at the, airport bar before you take off, or you're sitting in the kitchen cooking or at your desk, you can flip it upside down and then you can put your phone or tablet on it as a kickstand.
Fantastic. Love it.
So all about utility, and it's made in the USA as well, which is hard to find with a kind of travel accessory like this. So.
Yeah. And you mentioned kids. I mean, this is a mom's best friend, I think, mom and dad's best friend when you're traveling. Oh my God. My kids spill still at 21, 22, they are spilling every time. Yeah. And so, I mean, just so lightweight, adds nothing to your bag, but just to be able to pull that out and be able to have your tray space with your drink over here, it's a whole different ball game with something so simple and so inexpensive. Have you started selling these in airport stores yet? I mean, I would just think if I'm in line at an airport store and I see that, I am grabbing one for me and the whole family.
That is the goal for brick and mortar, is the airport retail locations. And so I'm in talks right now with one of the large large retailers. So fingers crossed, we'll find out more in the next couple of weeks there. But yeah, any travel essential, you're at the airport where you get those neck pillows or gadgets or whatnot, or even at a coffee shop, at a Starbucks, Pete's Coffee, point of sale. I think it's a no-brainer because, the reason why I designed it to have no moving parts, because one, like you said, when you're boarding the flight with your kids or whatnot, you need an extra hand, and you don't want to have to unwrap something and have a spring and an elastic and try to do a two-handed thing. I like to board. I can just slip it right in the side of the seat, right above the tray table, or I can just use one hand, flip it in there, and then get my bag settled. So I wanted to make sure that, one, I didn't have any moving parts, because that's going to increase the durability. Super lightweight. But there's a video on me on Instagram doing pull-ups on these things. So wanted it lightweight, durable, but so it can get thrown in your bag or get clipped on with a carabiner on the outside. And then also wanted to be able to make sure we were made it in the USA. And if I added, once you learn about manufacturing, I learned a crash course. I looked at like 50 different manufacturers east of the Mississippi. And if you add a hinge, then you're going to do assembly. Then you have multiple tooling that you have to invest in. And that's a bigger investment when you're trying to create something that hasn't been done before and really get it out there.
Wow. It's funny. You started hitting on the question I was going to ask is, I saw like a year and a half of research, design, 3D printed prototypes, something about like you built your own 3D printer or something at home, 50 manufacturers. So kind of a two-part question is, one is, were you entrepreneurial product creator, maker before this product at all? Is this the first product you made? And then what were some of the big lessons you learned? As I know there's a lot of inventors and people that want to invent products that watch these videos as well. So what were some of those lessons going through that maybe others can learn, or mistakes you made that we don't have to make? Because that sounds like you were very, very thorough in this one.
Yeah, no, I like that question, and I love sharing my journey. So if anyone ever wants to hear about that, like reach out to me. Like I love if I could save you some time, because I started this back in 2017, and so I was flying to Europe with my wife, and before I even buckled my seatbelt, she crammed her like venti Starbucks in my seat pocket, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And she's like, "I don't want to spill it on me. We have a long flight." And I was like, okay. So then I started searching. I couldn't find anything, and I have a consulting background, and I looked at trying to get someone to design the product, like looked at some industrial designers, or even looked at having like a 3D printing service do it. I knew that my prototype, the first one, was going to stink. Like I knew it was. And so it would be way too expensive to pay someone to design it for me. And then because you don't have the control, you're not in it, and you're not like testing it every time you fly and, asking people and doing that discovery. So make something as easy as you can, test it, get some feedback. Don't share too much until you get your patents approved. Don't post it, right? Prior art, that's a thing. Learn about that. But then, when I was going through that, it just lose my train of thought for a second there, but it was really just jumping into it. And it was going to be too expensive to pay someone else to do it. So I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm going to buy this 3D printer kit. I'm going to build a 3D printer, and holy crap, it actually worked. And then I made 10 different prototypes, and every time I'd fly, I'd have my caliper and measuring different tray tables. And my wife's like, "You're a dork." And I'm like, "I know." So it was, but yeah, no, it was a good experience. And then as for the manufacturing, one thing I tried to do, which I wasn't successful, and I really wanted to do it. I wanted to get an order in the promo space before I actually made tooling. Like I wanted to sell it. And I tried so hard to get those sales before. Like if I could sell 5,000 of these before I actually have to invest in the tooling, that would just, propel it, out of the red into the black, and it would just be better. But it's something new. It's a new way to use it. It was a really hard sell to do that. So I did spend a lot of time spinning wheels trying to do that, and also trying to do licensing for sports teams. I think the licensing is a better move when you have much more exposure and you have the volume and the sales and the velocity to actually get into that. So licensing, I personally am putting off for a little bit. As for, building something, just do it. Don't overanalyze things, because it's so easy to be like, you're just going to do it. It's going to suck, and then it'll get better.
I mean, flying to like a fun place with your wife and kids as a business expense, because, I got to test it. I got to go on a plane to test it, like
Yeah, my daughter, she's like, I'm like teetering back and forth. I'm like, wife, should I post this video? Because she always does little like pitches or something. And like whenever I fly, I have a bag full of samples, and she loves running around the airport. She's like, "They have a coffee," and she'll run up to people and be like, "This is my fly guy invented. It holds your drink. It can hold your phone." And she does this little pitch. She's 5 years old. It's so cute. But I'm like, I just want to film this. But I'm like, oh, I don't know. Keep her off social media right now.
That's so great. Well, I'm so happy to see your success, and I just have no doubt that it's just going to continue. It's one of those things that once you see it and you see somebody else using it, you can't not have that on an airplane. I really envision that every airplane, it'll just be a thing that they all have and that they hand out when people get on.
That'd be great.
That'd be amazing.
And I can work on my next product and the next iteration. So I have a couple others that I want to do, but I can't do that yet because this one, it needs to, I need to get it out there and everywhere, and then I can invest in those other ones that I want to do as well. And then one last other thing, just to kind of note about the packaging here. So it's 100% recycled paper, and the design, it's self-locking. So I went through like 20 different versions. So it kills me when you buy something and you have to rip open cellophane bags and all the microplastics. And I didn't want that at all. And so this product, the packaging just slips right in there. It's self-locking, patented, and
smart. Yeah.
That's cool.
And you've done a really good job on the packaging, just the explanation and keeping it very simple. I mean, you know right away, the picture's perfect. It's, yeah. I mean, I see this all day long in those airport stores. And
we do have a question. We do have a question in the chat from Josie. Says, like around like the sizing of the cups. Does it hold bigger cups like a Yeti or a Stanley? Like just standard? Like what? Just give us the kind of the rundown on what you were thinking there with what fits in there.
Yep. Nope. Good question. And sometimes I'll get that like, oh, you should make it adjustable. Well, the millions and millions and millions of to-go cups sold in airports, they really don't vary that much in size. All the Starbucks, the Peet's Coffees, the McDonald's, the only things that I've found that are like really different are there's like some Chick-fil-A really 32-ounce crazy big drink thing. Like that won't fit. And it could fit, but it's just like the tip of it. And then the other one is like an espresso shot. But generally, you're going to have that, done before you even board the flight anyway. It's not made for bottles because when I was interviewing travelers and I was doing my design and really doing that like ethnographic research, I asked people like, should we make a bottle function? And like, well, no, because it has a top on it. I'm not worried about it spilling. And I just shove it in my hip or stick it in the seat pocket there. And then as for Stanleys, it can fit some Stanleys and some Yetis, depending on which.
Kind of what I was playing with here. And I was like, oh, that fits like no problem,
Oh, wow. Is there a weight though, Seth, that it at some point that it doesn't?
So I have a 5-pound dumbbell that I do for some of my testing, and I did a lot of different testing, right, to do some flex testing. So it's pretty. I found the right plastic that gave me the structural integrity, but also the flexural modules that you need. So it's got some give, but I would be shocked, and my testing says it would not happen if you had any type of cup, drink, beverage that you'd be drinking and putting in there, because a drink weighs a pound, maybe. I can put like 5 pounds of rocks in here and it'll be fine.
That's awesome. Love it.
Well, thank you, Seth, for joining us. And again, congratulations on Product of the Week winner. I have to believe you are killing it this holiday season because this is such a perfect hostess gift for if you have kids and you're getting ready to do some big holiday trip, to give these to each one of your kids and anyone that that travels, it's just a no-brainer gift, especially at that price point.
Yeah, I think it's like bundles of this, like again, like you don't just get one, get 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. Different colors. So currently on Grommet, we have the black, the red, and the blue. It looks like the gray is sold out. So if they're not sold out, we need to make sure. I'll get with you to connect with that. But lots of different colors. Is there a popular color out of the mix? I've got the black one here. I mean, that's probably the one I would pick anyway.
Black is the most popular, and then it was black, then red, and then blue, and then I'm working on right now doing a 100% recycled version in black that I want to be adding early next year. So post-consumer, recycled material. So that'll be cool. And then I have one other product that it's kind of like an addition to this that I don't want to say too much about now yet, but when that comes out, I'll be sure to connect with you two again. So I'm excited about that. But no, I really appreciate you all and like your passion and, drive and, attention to the creators, because as you know, Marcy, and anyone who's created something, it's lonely. You're on an island. It's an emotional roller coaster. It's horrible. It's amazing. It's like, okay, on to the next. It's like, it's tough. It's my third kid, I tell people. So
ain't that the truth?
Now, Seth, will you be at the TGA show? Will you have a booth, or will you be there?
The Travel Goods Show?
Yes.
That's in March, is it?
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about going I have a big trade show in Vegas in January I'm going to go to. March, I would like to go this year. So I gotta, we'll see. Maybe, you know what? We can throw Grommet on here, and then you can give them out to all the folks.
I love it. I love that. Well, hit that QR code over there. Go get yourself a fly guy. Order not just like one of them, but get like 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. And support Seth and everything that he is doing. I think people are going to love this. Great stocking stuffer. Great if you're traveling. What a really cool product. And yeah, Seth, man, thanks for all your support and for rocking it on Grommet. We appreciate you, man.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. And my last little bit, flyga means fly in Swedish. So about adventure, exploration, utility, and design, flyga.
Love it. Love it. Thanks, man. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thanks, Seth.
Thanks. Have a good one. Bye.
How cool was that one? Let me see.
know.
Boom, bada boom. I love that, man. I love hearing the stories. I love just reading about like just all that background and how much I know you guys do this in like the product space. Like how many times you go back and forth, all the little stuff, all the like he's saying like I'm on a plane with my caliper out. My wife's like, "You're crazy, man," and just like. It's so crazy what we go through as makers, as inventors to get these products out into the world. And then to see people appreciate it and be like, oh yeah, I have one of those and I use that and I love that. And I was looking like these guys have 812 upvotes on Grommet. They've done hundreds of orders. Like that's just on Grommet, right? That's not all the other places that he's selling them. And so it's really cool to see your product out in the world, making a difference. So Seth, great job.
There is no better feeling when you do unsolicited, you see someone that you don't know using your product. It's like, whoa.
That's the best, literally the best. So let's end today's show with another giveaway. And so I do know which product I'm going to pick. I'm biased because we just talked to them and I think everybody should have one of these. And I think so many people are going to be traveling for the holidays. So yeah, I'm going to do the Flaga. But are we since I'm a little off tonight? Are we doing trivia or do we want to just give it away? What do you want to do tonight?
I think we're just going to give it away because we are so over time, which I'm glad we are over time because that was a great interview. It was so fun talking to him.
I love that.
But let's just go ahead and pick a winner.
Let's just pick a winner. Somebody is getting a Flaga today. Pick your color, right? So there was black, there was red, and there was blue. Jen, our producer, will get you all hooked up. And I think, Marcy, you have the winner there.
I think I do. And the winner is inside the chat tonight. The winner is Aaron Clark. So, Aaron, congratulations. You are the proud winner of a Flaga. And I love, Seth has so much on social media of, so many people using them in action. So Aaron, if you have a trip, I didn't even see
She literally does. I just put it up on the screen.
Does. No way. Oh my gosh, it's perfect. We picked the right winner. So we would love for you to take a picture on your 11-hour flight and post it and tag Seth and tag us so we can keep the momentum going on that. So congratulations.
I love that. Well, as we wrap up today, what anything going on next week? Are you hosting any shows, or are we taking next week off for Thanksgiving? We are
taking next Wednesday off. I'm glad you brought that up because we know that everyone is cooking and doing all that, getting ready for Thanksgiving. But we will be back on Tuesday, and I have to rely on Jen because I've got so many shows that I can't remember which show we have on Tuesday. So Jen, remind me if you can. Otherwise, I can just tell you we will be here on Tuesday night, and that is at 6 o'clock on the West Coast and 9 o'clock on the East Coast. So definitely join us for that, and then we'll all take off a little bit for the Thanksgiving weekend.
Love it.
Which will be a long Thanksgiving weekend.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Thanks to all of our incredible makers that had their products featured today. Go check out thegrommet.com. 20% off every single product on the Grommet. 1,100 amazing products. Right at the top of the site, we have all of our gift guides, our holiday gift guides, from stocking stuffers to gadgets and all that stuff. Check it out. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you, I guess,